I just happened to be at the same gym with him on that day. Don't you know? Don't you know I happened to be there? What are the freaking odds of that? And those same police officers, they tested Coach Greg. Coach Greg, and today it's a natty or not. It's a natty or not on a guy, he's from Sweden. His name is, get this, Samuel Gustav Melvia Stronegger. My nickname growing up was Egger. How many of you knew that? Egger, literally E-G-G-E-R, Egger. His guy's name is Stronegger. Stronegger, so already I'm connected. We got the same name, pretty close to it. About a week ago, he posted a natty transformation, 5 years, from age 13 and I guess till 18, 5-year transformation. Do I think he's natural or do I think he's not natural? And I've already seen the video and I've already done extensive research. Okay, so he starts off, he's a normal 13-year-old. Then he turns 14 and he went through a lot of stuff. We don't know what it is. And then he ended up losing some weight and staying at home, not leaving the house, playing video games mostly, I believe. Sounds like most freaking teenagers to me. 13, 14, going through stuff, probably puberty. Emotions are running wild, and he didn't eat as much. He said he lost a little bit of weight, maybe 20 pounds. Looked at the photo. Was he anorexic? No. Did he look horrible? No. He looked average. Normal kid. He certainly wasn't as lean as David Lade, for example. So if we're looking at, like, what did he do before? It wasn't like, no, he starved himself to anorexia. He was, like, falling apart. He looked like a normal 13, 14-year-old kid. We go through some hard times. He went through some hard times. But then things changed. This is when it gets good. Okay, so he starts his transformation. He's 14 years old, 5'11" and a quarter, 147 pounds. It's not really small, it's not really big. I coach 30-year-old men on anabolics who weigh about that and are taller than that. So is he scrawny? Is he a toothpick? No, 147 pounds, 5'11", perfectly healthy weight. Although, yeah, he had lost some weight. People are concerned. Yeah, I don't doubt that. But look, it's not like he's a falling apart, tiny little rail. 5'11", 147 pounds. A lot of Tour de France cyclists are smaller than that. They're grown men. So for Christmas, he got the gift that keeps on giving, the gift of fitness, a gym membership. Go in there, work out, get fit and exercise and start eating healthy. Put on some weight, boy. Put on some muscle. No need to starve yourself. Why not train and eat healthy? And he did. So he stopped being a gamer. You know, gamers do this. I've been studying. They don't do this. When I was a kid, we did this. Nowadays, they do this. This is what gamers do. So instead of doing this all the time, he started doing this at the gym. Good for him. After 3 months, he starts getting acne on the chest from lifting weights, right? After 5 months, he starts getting a pretty obvious and noticeable sign of gyno in the chest. That's tissue, breast tissue formation around the nipples, okay? You can clearly see in the picture he's got gyno. You can clearly see the chest acne. And yeah, you're all gonna say it's because he's going through puberty. Yeah, I'm sure he never went through puberty. He just was naturally 5'11" tall before puberty, right? He was 5'11". Coach Greg's 5'6". I was Egger. When I was Egger, I was 5'6" at 13 years old. I didn't keep growing. He had no acne before that, and all of a sudden he developed acne. But it's all during puberty, right? Yeah, because he only started puberty after the age of 14. So what is he, 6'11" now, roughly? I grew 10 inches in 8 months. I wonder how much he grew. 6 months later, he's up 18 pounds of muscle. Not bad, not bad. Average person usually gains 3 pounds of muscle a year. He did what most people do in a few years in a few months. And he's posing in the bathroom, he's got 18 pounds more muscle. Isn't it fantastic what lifting weights and stopping doing this can do? You can actually do both. You can do this and then do this after. And he's got the full six-pack. Lift the shirt up. He's got abs everywhere. Remember he had said, oh, I was starving myself and I wasn't eating. Now I go to the gym and I'm eating and I'm putting all this weight. Is it fat weight? Nope. All freaking muscle. In fact, he probably got leaner while adding muscle. Isn't it amazing when you're young what you can do? I should start bulking now because, geez, I gained 18 pounds of muscle. I still have a six-pack. Why don't I try bulking? What happens? He puts on 45 pounds in 1 year. 45. Not 4.5. Nope. 45 pounds. But Greggy's bulking. It was all muscle. All the extra calories went to muscle. He must have been coached by Fouad Abiad. Must have been Fouad. Fouad got him to bulk. He put on 45 pounds of muscle. May I make no sense? Coach Greg says, just eat at maintenance. Just do a main gain. Slowly add muscle. Why do that when you can gain 45 pounds in 1 year? All while developing acne and gynecomastia. But he's natural, right? I mean, he's got drug tests to prove it. He proves it in the future. I've already seen the video. He passed the drug test. Can't wait to get to that. This could be awesome. So he's flexing, he's learning to flex, he's posing, he's strong. He's done the most incredible before and after already in 1 year. The kid's only 15 years old. He already looks like a 25-year-old, full of muscle, all because he decided to join the gym because his mom bought him a gym membership. Told you it's the gift that keeps on giving. He stopped playing the video games, started doing the curls, more girls, or boys, or circles, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what you think.
He's got the side delt, it looks so swole, he's got huge delts. Incredible, it's incredible what this guy's doing. All natural too. I mean, there's no signs of steroid use, no signs of PED use. There's no signs of PED use whatsoever. He only has acne, and he only has gyno, and huge amounts of muscle changes. That's not a sign of anabolic use. It's not a sign of taking anything. Most people gain 45 pounds of muscle the first year, right, guys? 45 pounds. I was 147 pounds when I was in high school, and now I'm 195 pounds. He can do it in a year natural, but it took me 25 years, and I'm not even natural to do it. Must be great genetics. Genetics and hard work. And it's from bulking, because Fouad probably was his coach. Gotta be Fouad. So he's 16 years old. He looks incredibly developed, like he's in his 20s. He doesn't look natural at all at this point, but he is because we're gonna see his drug test soon. It's now 2016 is now over, and it is time to step up my gym game for real. It's time to step it up. Dude, you only gained 45 pounds of muscle in a year. What's wrong with you? Get serious. Time to take it serious. Why you only gained 45 pounds of muscle in 1 year? Obviously, you're not trying hard, because if you tried harder than last time, you probably would have gained, what, 70 pounds? I mean, Tfue said he could gain 50 pounds if he were on anabolics. Never mind the 15 or 30 pounds of muscle that he gained. 50 pounds you would gain on anabolics. So this guy, he's got to be natural. Because if he were enhanced, he would have put on at least, 1 to 200 pounds of muscle in his first year of training. Because think of what PEDs do. If you gain 45 pounds natty, how much would you gain with PEDs? At least 100 pounds, right? And he started to party at age 18. During that time before, he continued to pack on muscle. We have no idea how much. He doesn't say. We would love to know. He went from 192 pounds. He's continued to grow. He's obviously not growing as much. Who knows? It's possible he went natural at that point. This is my theory. My theory. It's not true. It doesn't mean it's actually what happened. I believe he took SARMs at a young age. I believe so. I don't know if he did. I'm not his dad. I'm not his best friend. I'm not his coach. I think it was Fouad, or maybe it wasn't Fouad. I don't know. He gained 45 pounds of muscle. There's no way it was coached by me because I don't know what I'm doing. But it's possible he took SARMs at that point. It's possible. But he's natural. If you think that you get gyno and chest acne like that, after already having hit puberty, and it just happens when you go to the gym and start working out, maybe he sweat more at the gym, maybe he was eating too much protein, and it gave him gyno, and it gave him chest acne. I don't know, it could be that, or it could be SARM, I don't know, we don't know. How would we know? Even though he partied, he still went to the gym 5 to 6 days a week. Because why should you stop training just because you're partying? There's a lot of hours in a day. There's almost 24 on most people's clocks. There's enough time to party and train. You're allowed to do both. You could even game if you like. You could game, party, and train all in one day. It's possible. You could even do so while taking SARMs, but you shouldn't. And winter 2019, he started to look really impressive. Not that he wasn't impressive before. He's still improving. He's looking pretty damn impressive. So much so impressive that the police take notice. December 3rd, 2019, I went to the gym as usual to work out. In the middle of my workout, 2 police officers, they come up to me and say, "Hey, you're on steroids. We're gonna do a test." Well, they didn't actually say it word for word like that, and I'm paraphrasing. But basically, 2 cops came up to him in the gym and said, "You're not Natty, and we're here to test you." And in this country, Sweden, I think that's where he's from, you're not allowed to just use steroids. It's not like Canada, United States. They don't drug test you. They don't walk up to you in the gym and test you. His country, they can. Imagine how scary and dangerous it would be to take steroids in that country. If you know they could just walk up to you and test you. Don't believe me that they can do this? Let me read the next sentence. The police were convinced he was on PDs. Kind of like me, they were convinced. Except they thought he was on steroids. I never thought that. I don't think he's on steroids. I don't think he's a freaking moron. I never said this guy's a moron. Did anyone, reverse the tape. Look, did Greg Doucette say this guy's a moron? No, he's quite smart. He knows what he's doing. He's not an idiot. So many people think that people that lift weights are stupid. We're not. We're not all stupid just because we pick things up and put them down. So he said, look, I'm not on steroids. They didn't believe him. They made him pee in a freaking cup in the bathroom. Made him, forced him, in other words. Think of that invasion of privacy. Be thankful you're in your own country where you can do what you want. Or maybe you're in a country where you can't. I don't know. But either way, thankful that you're not him getting tested by police officers. But luckily, he wasn't on those them there steroids. Nope, he wasn't on steroids. So after 2 months, the results came back. Imagine how stupid this is. It takes 2 months for the results to come back. 2 months. So you're sitting there and thinking, am I going to jail or not? For 2 months, the stress of that. I don't think this should be allowed. I don't think it's appropriate to be able to just walk up to anyone and test them at random because you're suspicious that they maybe took something. But they did in that country. And if that's the rules, that's the rules. Never break the law. Remember, I am not advocating that you ever break the law. I'm in Canada, different rules, different laws in other countries. So don't break the law of your own country. Be sure of that. And guess what? He passed the entire test for everything. The proof, this proves he's natural because he passed this test. Let's see what it tested him for. Anabola steroider. Well, that sounds like anabolic steroids to me. And guess what? He doesn't take anabolic steroids. He doesn't, and I 100% believe that. And I don't think that the test was wrong. Amphetaminer. Well, that sounds like amphetamines. So he's not taking that either. Opiator. That sounds like opiates. Tramadol. Well, that sounds like the painkiller tramadol. Cannabis. That sounds like weed. Benzodiazepiner. It sounds like benzodiazepine, like a psychoactive type drug. Cocaine metaboliter. That sounds like Coke to me. Not Diet Coke either. And buprenorphine. I would assume that's some kind of a painkiller of some, I don't know. I don't know what that one is. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter what your name is.
I can't read German. This is a guess. I didn't read RAD 140. I didnn't read GW501516. Didn't read Clan. Didn't read T3. Didn't read growth hormone. Didn't read MK677. Didn't read Osterine. Didn't read LGD4033. Didn't read S4. Do you want me to go on for about an hour? I didn't see anything that says he didn't take any SARMs. Do you think most kids now are taking anabolic steroids? You're in a country, this country in particular, it's illegal to take anabolic steroids. Illegal. Go to jail. The police officer can walk up to you and test you. How stupid would you have to be to knowingly break the law when you can take something else that can give you the results you want? That's easier to purchase, sometimes even cheaper, that's readily available, that's not illegal. This ain't a promotional channel for SARMs. I'm not telling you to take SARMs. I'm informing you of what the laws are. If there's two drugs, one is illegal and one is legal, and the one that's legal can actually give you the results you want, why in the hell would you take the other one? Vodka's illegal now, and rum is legal. Why are you buying vodka when the rum will get you drunk? Does that make sense? Why would he take anabolic steroids? So when people say, oh, are you Natty? Yep, I'm not on steroids. So friggin' what? There's other things other than steroids that can build muscle. I listed them earlier. I don't need to list them again. So is this guy Natty? I would bet a lot of friggin' money that he's not. Do I want to go and do a drug test like Jeff Cavalier does? Oh, let's bet $1 million on natural. We'll do a drug test. This guy just passed the drug test. Was it a test for SARMs? GH? No. And another point. Do you know how easy it is to fake a test? Do you know how easy it is to just claim Natty? Let's see. I don't know what the odds of this is. I don't know if this is just complete coincidence. Freak, like, what is this? I mean, we both have Egger in our name. I just happen to be at the same gym with him on that day. Don't you know? Don't you know I happened to be there? What are the freaking odds of that? And those same police officers, they tested Coach Greg. I didn't want this to come out, but I figure it's gonna come out after this video. So I'm gonna give you the results that happened for Coach Greg's test. These same guys, they got me. And no, I didn't pass for everything. Cannabis, fail. I failed for cannabis, but guess what? In Canada, we're allowed cannabis. I was like, but it was in Canada. It took 2 months for the results to come back. I was already back in Canada. So what could they do anyway? Cafe. I failed for caffeine. I drank a lot of Diet Coke that day, and I failed for caffeine. I did, I admit it. But caffeine is not even illegal. It used to be a banned PD back in the day. You could fail a drug test for drinking coffee. That's correct. I'm not making this shit up. Look back 20 years and find out. Spinat. Yep, I failed. I was on the spinach. Popeye had it right. The forearms on Popeye, man, they were big. I knew there was something to that, so I've been eating spinach. So much protein in spinach. I eat spinach all the time. I failed. I admit it. But it's not illegal. And listen to this. HRT. I passed. HRT is so freaking good, it helps me to even pass a test for it. You take HRT, it even makes you pass the test for HRT. Anabola steroider. Pass! I passed! HRT is so freaking good that it fooled the drug test into testing me positive for anabolic steroid, because HRT is testosterone, it's actually a steroid. So, but I passed. I'm not making this shit up. It's true. It's on the freaking document. Look at the document. I'm gonna post the document for your viewing. You can see it. It's clearly there. I was there. It's true. It happened. It's in the freaking test. So I'm proving it because it's there. It's just like any study. If you post a study, it had to be true. You can either believe that all these years I've been lying about taking HRT, and I've been just doing it just to be clever and funny and to make you feel less bad because, you know, I clearly built all this all natty. Just like this guy, Stronegger. He's probably natural. He only gained 45 pounds of muscle in that period of time. It's possible that it's natural. It is. It's possible. There's no proof he's taking anything. So you can take his word for it that he's 100% natural, or you can look at the evidence and decide for yourself, do you think he's natural or not? That doesn't really freaking matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't freaking matter what we think. Do you think he's stupid enough to... The freaking video stopped recording. Of course it does, because freaking technology. So I have no idea what I freaking forget. I don't know what I forgot. Do I think this guy is natural? 99.5% of the time I'm right, and I think there's a 99.5% of chance that he's not natural. So there you have it. I don't think he's an idiot. I don't think he's gonna use something illegal when there's something legal that he could get just as easily or more easily that wouldn't get him into trouble, that could still build muscle. I don't think he did anabolics. Even if he did, yeah, he could fake it. I don't think he faked it. I don't think he faked the test, but you could fake it. Be wary. People can fool you with papers and doctored papers on the internet. You can have fake studies. You can have studies saying what you want to believe. If you make enough studies, it's probably going to prove whatever you want it to believe. Blooping up 2 videos, probably over here for the first time ever. Not here, I hope. Maybe here. We're going to see. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IB Pro. Please follow me on Instagram. Watch one of these 2 videos right here for the first time ever. And until next time, I am out.